Hey guys, this is Chesney Hawks here. You are watching My Hammers 11 with the one and only Russ.
Hi everybody, Russ and My Hammers 11. Hope you're all safe and well. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, hitting the bell icon so you're made aware anytime I put new content on. As always, we'd like to thank our lovely channel sponsors, Untuckit. Check them out in the description below. Almost Father's Day, so you know, don't forget. Don't forget. I hope Sebastian's kids have sorted him out for Father's Day as well, because that's very, very soon.
I didn't even know it was Father's Day. When is it?
Sunday. It's Sunday, man.
Well, I think my missus mentioned it, but I already forgot. I hope they got something for me.
Hopefully. Yeah, hopefully.
I need a new pair of boots.
There we go. There we go.
Here we go.
The young Carols, there we go. That's what we need to get. Today's guest, another ex-Hammer. He was only for us a short amount of time, a loan spell in 2004. But it is Sebastian Carole. How are you doing, my man? You look hot. You look warm today. You look warm.
I'm very. Listen, I'm black, so I'm always hot. And then this 27 degrees. I'm not gonna complain because it's not like we've got that many of that often this weather in the UK. But
yeah.
As we always complain, as any human being, yeah, it's a little bit too hot, but it's really nice. And I've heard someone said that this is the last day. It's gonna be raining for the next 7 to 8 days. So let's just enjoy it.
Let's just enjoy it, because as you said, in about 3 or 4 days' time, we'll be moaning that it's raining and it's like June and we're raining and but yeah, at least we can enjoy it. I know what you mean. I like it hot, but not this hot. You know, a couple of days and then a couple of chill days. I'm not very good with heat at all. But yeah, I'm not in the tank top just yet, though, Seb. I'm not in the tank top just yet.
Well, you could. You're nice, I'm sure.
I could get away with it.
Yeah, of course you could.
That's the beauty of working at home. I could do. I could walk around my pants and no one would know. But how are you, apart from being hot, Sebastian? How are you? How the family? You well?
Yeah, I'm very well. All my family, thank you for asking, but all my family is well. I got 3 boys at home. Thank God they're back at school now. And Miss is happy, so no, everybody's fine. Thank you.
Yeah, very good, very good. And did I say on Instagram? Is it one of your boys? Is he at Leeds or something like that? Wasn't he?
My oldest one, yeah, he's 16 years old. He'll go into his second year school at Leeds. He's been full time for a year, so he's doing well. He's had a good season, so fingers crossed he'll get with under 23s next season, and why not first team?
Why not? Why not? And it must be lovely as well, because I mean, obviously you played a lot of games for Leeds. You played for Leeds as well as, you know, West Ham and Brighton and various others. But it must be nice when you see your lad, you know, progress into the career that you had.
You know, absolutely. And I always thought that I had some unfinished business, like whether it was at Monaco, West Ham, Brighton, and Leeds. So I'm glad for him to take over. I'm glad he doesn't have to carry a big name. So I haven't had a huge career. I'm happy with what I've got, but I don't have a huge career, so he doesn't have to carry a big name, so he can make a name for himself.
That's really cool. That's a really lovely way to think of it, Seb. That's a really lovely way to think of it. But I mean, you know, as you said, you know, you played at obviously the Monaco, and you played for, you know, if you looked at the list of your clubs, you know, it's an impressive list of clubs you've played for. And to be honest, even I know, you know, we'll talk about the loan spell at West Ham, and obviously, you know, it's a West Ham channel, so that's what we tend to talk about. But even though, you know, you only made a single appearance, that's one more appearance than the millions and millions and millions of fans around the world would have loved to have done. So I know it doesn't seem it, but it was like, you know, for me, you know, if they gave me 20 minutes on the pitch against Crewe Alexandra, I'll be made for life. You know what I mean? So
I know
it's one of those things.
Another opinion. You've got to enjoy it. Yeah.
Yeah, you've got to enjoy it. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to.
And also it gives you, as you said, it gives you experience to then talk to your, you know, to impart on your son, you know, how he has to embrace every minute he can get on the pitch, because you don't know how many you're going to get.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the thing,
that's very true, and that's even more why you need to enjoy every single minute. Like every time you're on the pitch, it doesn't matter that training. Just work hard and enjoy it, because it doesn't last long. I know people will say like 10, 12, 15 years career is a long time, but it's not. When you turn 35 and you start thinking about getting retired, you've got to start thinking about your other career now, because you're only 35, 36, you're still young. So football is not everything. It's a lot of things, but it's not everything. So enjoy while it lasts.
Yeah, good. It's a good. But I think it's, to be honest, if anything's taught us in the last 18 months, Seb, it's not just football. You've got to enjoy everything while good time. Because you don't know what's going to happen in the world, and like we've had in the last 15 months.
No, it's true. Yeah, you've got to enjoy every minute you get in everything. Now, for the past 18 months, everybody's been affected in some ways. I'm glad that on my side, we were all okay, but we can't take everything for granted. Like now, we just wish we could go and have a drink somewhere in any bar open. Whereas before, we could have said, yeah, I can go anytime. I don't mind. Now you want to go, and you will enjoy even more now. Enjoy your close one even more, your elders even more, because you don't know how much longer they've got. I can see my parents back to France, getting older, and I haven't seen them in a few years now. And the minute we can travel again safely, I will go and see them. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course, man. And same to with football. It's like, it's one of those things where, ironically, West Ham have had a really good season, the season when we didn't have any fans in the stadium. But you're totally right. I think, it's that normality, and it is, I don't think anyone's going to take anything for granted from now on, who's lived through this period. So it will be football, going to see the football isn't going to be a chore. Oh, I've got to go to see what, it's going to be every day, because you don't know when that could be your last day. And same as you said, going to the pub or seeing your friends or family and stuff like that. No, it's really true, man. It is really, really true. And it's just one of those things I think we've, and it's nice to see in the Euros now, obviously, because, there was the Hungary game the other day where they had almost like a full capacity stadium. And it looks so strange having like fans instead of just seats. It was a really bizarre thing, really, really strange.
This is how I can't wait. We get used to things, I think. So I think we got used to the empty stadium. It's not nice, but I think we got used to it. So now that stadium can take a certain amount of capacity, we get like, oh, wow, that looks nice. I can't wait until it's like full of people.
Exactly. It's so true. We managed to desensitize ourselves to having no crowds in the stadium very early on, I think, and having crowd. I remember once, I think in Christmas, I think it's over Christmas time, where we had a little bit of an easing of lockdown, and I think a lot of the London clubs had a few thousand fans, and I remember like watching it on Sky, trying to switch off the crowd noise, but it wasn't. It was actually a crowd, and I wasn't used to it. So I was like, "That's well weird." Just like having like people actually singing and chanting. But no, it's all as you said. Hopefully, fingers crossed, things are starting to get back into some sort of normality, wherever that may be. But but anyway, let's talk about West Ham. That's what we do.
No
So the first question I would ask Sebastian is obviously you signed on loan 2004, I think February, for a 3-month loan, 3-month spell. Why? Because obviously you're at Monaco. How did that work? Because like I never understand the mechanisms of a loan deal. Well, a transfer, but a loan deal.
Well, mine was a bit strange. It was a combination of me not getting as much game time as I wish at Monaco. Even though I was involved in everything: league, cup game, Champions League. I was there, but I guess I was being impatient, and I wanted to get more minutes on the pitch. So how it happens is I spoke to Didier Deschamps at Monaco. He was our manager at the time, and I said I might have an opportunity to go in Championship in England. To West Ham, so I need to go and visit the club for a couple of days, and he allowed me to go. So I went there. I had a couple of training sessions. I think I had one friendly game with the reserve team, and then after that, Alan Pardew wanted to sign me on loan, and we are talking back to mid January at this time, so mid transfer window, winter transfer window, and then what happened is. They couldn't find any sort of financial fee for the loan because obviously West Ham wanted a free loan, Monaco wanted wanted the fee. I wanted the fee for the loan. So by the time they agreed on something, 2 weeks happened, and Alan Pardew, I think, got Joby McInnough at that time.
Yeah.
And on the last day of the transfer window, my agent called me for 4:30 in the afternoon. I said, "We got something sorted. Get down to the office and sign." And thinking now, I shouldn't have done it. And I will explain why.
Sure.
And so I've signed it anyway. So I happened to get to West Ham a couple of days later. But given the fact that I only had one game, not even one game, one appearance, I think against Crewe Alexandra. I think I played 10, 15 minutes at the end of the game. The fact that I didn't get what I came looking, which is minutes on the pitch. You're thinking back and you think, okay, we've got about 55 games to play with Monaco. There's our Carrick Cup, there's our French Cup, there's Champions League, there's the league. Now that I'm a little bit wiser, you're thinking, okay, why didn't I stay at Monaco, be patient, and be involved in this amazing campaign that the club had? So I took part in the first part, in the group stages, but I didn't take part in the last part, which was the most exciting one. This is a big regret. And when you think that the 2 weeks that happened between when I came to visit the club for a few days mid-Jan and end of transfer window when I was asked to come down the office and sign, regardless, you're thinking, okay, well, Alan Pardew got Joby McInnough, he got a couple of lads in, he doesn't need me anymore. So you should have thought about, will I get the game time that I want? And the answer would have been, okay, probably not. But yeah, I had faith in my agents. I said, don't worry about it. We get something sorted. You'll play. Never played. So that's how the loan happened. This is how the deal happened. After that, I had a couple of meetings with the manager, Alan Pardew, at the time. I think after a month, when I realized that I wasn't getting any minutes on the pitch, I had a meeting with him. Couldn't really speak English, but I could get around it.
Gotcha.
Had a couple of meetings with him and say, well, Gaffer, if you don't need me, should I go back to Monaco? I think we had is it Andy Miller from Liverpool. We had him on loan. The striker.
We have Neil. Oh God, yeah, we had loads. We had quite a few that time. Yeah,
I think we have. I think his name was Andy Miller. Is he Miller?
Oh, Neil Miller. Yeah. We had Neil Miller.
Was it Neil? Sorry,
Neil. Yeah.
So on loan from Liverpool, striker.
Yes.
So we had him on loan, and basically what happened is he sent him back to Liverpool. So I said, well, probably I need to go back to Monaco. He said, no, if I wanted you to go back to Monaco, if I didn't need you, I would have sent you back to Monaco. So I said, okay, fine enough. So I'm going to play maybe the next couple of weeks. And I haven't played in 3 months. So he kind of messed me up there. If he was being honest, I would have gone back to Monaco and enjoyed the Champions League.
Yeah.
But I've kind of had faith in him because he wanted me in the first place. So I thought I was going to get the game time that I need, which I didn't, which is a shame for everybody.
There's been a couple of players I've interviewed who is a similar story with Mr. Pardew. We interviewed Elliot Ward, who was a young centre back.
Elliot Ward, yeah.
Yeah, Elliot. So Elliot was saying how, obviously he was part of the group. Yeah, because he was part of he was around when you was around. And Elliot, when we got promoted the season afterwards, the season after. Yeah, so he was promised game time against in the Premier League, and then he went out and got James Collins and Danny Gabardon, and so Elliot's time was somewhat curtailed. And the same as you, obviously, the assumption was you was going to go in and play, and then Pards goes and gets McInnough, and he gets Adam Noland, and he's got all these sort of young, new, all from Wimbledon as well. He brought loads of players from Wimbledon, Alan Pardew. Yeah. So, I can imagine he just wants all of his cake, and just when he wants to use you, he'll use you. And I can see how that was really frustrating for you, because obviously the main reason you want to go is for game time, and then you go back and you can see Monaco starting to have an amazing season. You're like, it's one of those sort of moments which will make or break you, isn't it? But again, it's one of those things that it's an experience which then you can impart to your son and say, actually, and actually, I've been doing a lot of research into our old players, and a lot of players we've signed, and they've a similar thing. They want game time, and so they jump at the chance. And actually, maybe they should have waited. And as you said, it's all part of the tapestry of life, isn't it, Seb?
Yeah.
To be honest, man, it's all so. But I mean, it's a story to tell, isn't it? And it means it means it means you played at, and if you didn't play at West Ham, you might have had game time at Brighton and Leeds and stuff like that as well, because you were sort of there or thereabouts around here, and obviously you're still in the UK now. So that one mistake, you could have still been in Monaco sipping on champagne, at the side. No.
Yeah, that's why when I said I'm like, I don't regret, because
I know what you mean though.
Today's mistake makes the man I am today, and I'm in a good place. So no regret. It's just that thinking back, and now that you mentioned it, I can be a better advisor for my son, who takes the same path as me, as to which question you should ask yourself before you choose to move somewhere, or making better decision for yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
In life in general, not just in football.
Yeah, totally. I mean, it's in life in general, changing jobs, changing a house, moving home, and sometimes actually the grass isn't always greener on the other side.
Exactly. Yeah.
And that's actually really refreshing to hear, Sebastian, as well, because sometimes we talk to a lot of players and they go, "Oh, I love my time at West Ham." And actually, from a purist football perspective, it's probably in hindsight, you could have stayed at Monaco and played a lot more games, but it happened, and you got to experience the lovely West Ham experience. I
did enjoy it. I've got some fantastic memories. I mean, my first time at Upton, because I moved into Upton Park Hotel, so I had a fantastic view on the pitch.
Cool. So you at the actual hotel in the ground?
Yeah, yes,
that's a weird place. It was a weird place, wasn't it? It was very strange.
It was, but I found it fantastic. First game, the atmosphere of stadium. I mean, I know it doesn't exist anymore, but I just get fantastic memories from that. And that was my actual first experience in the UK. And even though my wife didn't really enjoy it, because she was pregnant and she wishes she could be in France, I did enjoy it football-wise. I wish I could enjoy it even more if I was playing, but I did enjoy it every single training session. Every time, even if I was on the bench, my game in a reserve, and this is where it's really a shame, because if I remember my game in a reserve, I was really performing. I was scoring goals, some amazing goals if I remember correctly, and I thought I deserved a chance, a better chance. Didn't get it. It's okay. It's okay now, but I never gave up. I tried.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing. I mean, as I said, it's also experience, isn't it? And I mean, arguably going to West Ham, you had the experience of training and training with people like, I know, Thomas Repka, for example, and people like that. All these strange, all these fantastic characters, which again, just and obviously he had some sort of older players as well, like Brian Dean, who had been around the game, and as the young boys, Michael Carrick, went on to be a fantastic player, and you had some great players you trained with, and even playing reserve teams, and it must have been, I could see, particularly if you're playing so well for the reserves as well, you're like, come on, Pards, come on, Gaffer, sort it out.
Playing for the reserve, I could have played in the reserve at Monaco. It's the same. It's exactly the same. Come on, Alan.
Exactly. But I know it's only a small period. But obviously, there's a lot of players you trained with, and obviously played reserves with, and stuff like that. So what we're trying to do on this show, Seb, is we put together an 11. So the idea is we put together an 11 of the players you enjoyed training. Oh, bloody hell! Look at you. You can tell some. Do you know? I like that. You've taken time. You've taken time. I like that when there's a bit of paper.
I remember the players I've played with, I've trained with, but I just went back on the 2003-2004 squad just because some people were on loan and I don't specifically remember them sometimes. Just names. So
love it.
Got the names back, and I got my 11.
Okay, right. Who's in goal? Seb?
Bywater.
Oh, Stephen. crazy as a bag of spanners he is. I love Stephen by
crazy. He wasn't a first team keeper at the time, the first choice. But he's a good lad. Oswald helped me with translating as well.
Really?
Very good lad. Yeah, helped me a lot with trying to explain things slowly when Gaffer was talking too fast for me. He was a guy who picked me up from different places to get me to stadium, pickup point, stuff like that. So I think I even remember his car. I think he had a Vauxhall something, and a coupe, a little sport one. But I remember that. But yeah, he's in goal for me.
Oh, I love Stephen. He's such a lovely guy. When I interviewed him, he was just so like genuine. He's just so like, I was really taken back by how much of a nice guy he was. Right, we'll put Stephen in goal. Who's your first defender then? Sebastian?
So I'm playing a 4-3-3, so just
oh, nice.
So yeah, so I've got Hayden Mullins, right back.
Hayden Mullins. Oh, what a player.
I've got it right back. I know he can play centre mid, but I've got it right back. He's going to do the job for me. My two centre back will be Anton Ferdinand and Christian Daly.
Oh, very good. Right, let me find the names. I've got to find the names. Anton Ferdinand. I love Anton. He's another one. He's just such a lovely man. And Christian Daly. Oh, the love of my life, Christian Daly.
Yeah, he was our captain. And I think the pair goes well together because you've got Anton with a little bit pace. And Christian, experienced centre back, long time in the game when I came in. So, no, they are my two centre backs.
And did you understand much what he said? Because obviously being Scottish as well.
No, forget about that. No, I could barely understand the London guys. So, no, Scottish,
that's what
Irish.
I mean. Oh, Christian. Oh, you didn't have a chance. Bless him.
He could yell, shout at me. I said, well, you can go on forever. I don't understand.
Oh, bless him. And I suppose it's something that people don't necessarily think about is obviously, as you said, you didn't speak much English as well. And so, I remember I spoke to another actually French player the other day, Sebastian Schemmel, who played for us for about 3 seasons, and he said that a lot of the players tried to learn French, but they weren't very good at it. Did the same thing happen? Were people trying to sort of help with a little bit of French?
They've tried, but the only word that was coming out of their mouth was swear words. So no help at all there.
That's the same as any kid.
Or it was voulez-vous coucher avec moi? This is all I could say.
That's such a West Ham thing. Oh, that's brilliant. I love it. And that's so true, though. But it's the same as when you're learning. I mean, my daughter's 8. And so she told me yesterday that the boys are starting to look up rude words in the dictionary. And it's just, that's like a rite of passage. It's the same as when you're a kid. The first thing you do when you learn the language is learn the rude words, don't you? So Loon had to say mad, and that's it. That's the only one I know. And I did GCSE in it. Right. Okay. So if we put Christian and Anton in the centre back positions, who's going to be left back then if playing forward?
So left back would be John Carrick, was on loan from Fulham. But I remember him being a very good left back, good composure, a sweet left foot. He could deliver a ball and just speak Brian Dean.
He was, and I forget he played for us sometimes, John Harley, and I think maybe because he was on loan for not a short time, but we had a lot of loan players around that time as well, and so, but I mean, he had a great career at Chelsea, didn't he? Particularly, great career at Chelsea. I remember. I'll put John Harley in. I haven't had. Do you know why I couldn't find him? Because I think that's the first time he's come up. So I'll type him in. I've got to type him in. There we go, John Harley. There we go. Right. Okay. Here we go. Let's here we go. We're back on. We're back on now. Right. Okay. Let's go into midfield then, my man.
Well, midfield is quite easy. I put Michael Carrick. He's got to be there. The great guy, fantastic footballer, and there's no wonder why he had such a great career.
He's one of those players. With me, when I talk about Michael Carrick, for me, he's one of those guys who you don't. He's a bit like Hayden Mullins in that respect, where you don't know how good he is a player until he's not there anymore, and he just gets on and just does it. Do you know what I mean? We never replaced him. Tottenham never replaced him. Man United never replaced him, and you don't realise why. And Hayden Mullins is the same. It's the same, I think, to me. Very much similar.
Yeah.
Right. So we put
Do you know
Mickey
where impressed
Carrick.
me? Do you know where he impressed me a lot? This is the first player I've seen taking corners with his right foot and then corners the other side with his left foot. And I'm thinking, which foot is it? Come on. So no, this is the first time this is the first player I actually seen with my own eyes taking free kick with different foot. Doesn't matter which.
Wow, that's fantastic. And that Marks, that's a phenomenal player, isn't it? A player who can do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Okay, Mickey Carrick's in, man. Who is next?
So, yeah, Mickey Carrick. So next to him, I've got Nigel Reo-Coker.
Nigel Reo-Coker. Where's Nigel? I might have to type him. No, there he is. There's Nigel.
Yeah, Nigel.
What did you think of Nigel? Did you like Nigel?
I like Nigel. He's a funny character. I think he's how do we say? Is it bipolar? He's got two personalities. So one on the pitch and one outside football.
Yeah.
When he's on the pitch, he's that nasty, naughty player.
Yeah.
But he's such a nice guy outside football. I mean, I'm still in touch with him. I got back in touch with him when he was at Montreal.
Yeah.
In Canada. And so he said, Seb, we've got to link up. You got to come back. I said, you're 7,000 miles away, man. I'm not going to come back soon. But yeah, no, he's a fantastic guy outside football. But on the pitch, don't mess with him.
He's cool. Yeah, he's cool. And I like the fact he does all his on his Instagram. It's all the cigars now. He's got a cigar company or something like that, has he, Nigel, I think. And he's a nice guy. I've had him on. I mean, I love chatting to him. He's a lovely guy. He's really, really sweet. But you're right. So, but a lot of those players do, Seb, don't know. I mean, a lot of players have sort of a split personality, like the persona on the pitch is different than the persona off the pitch. And I think some people don't relate the two. I mean, famously, we had a guy called Julian Dix, who was a complete nutter on the pitch, but off the pitch was the kindest, sweetest man ever. And right. So put Carrick, we'll put Nigel Reo-Coker. Who's your third one in that midfield?
So my third one, funny enough, but I've got to have him because I need some space, because my front three, not much of space. So Joby Makinoff.
Oh, so you're going to put Joby in after all that?
Yeah, maybe Joby, yeah. Just because when he came in, I think, listen, he came in and he probably messed me up in the same time because I didn't play because of him. But he's done a great job. At first, he was a great player, very good player. He could go past two players without sweating and deliver a fantastic ball for the strikers. So could do the job there. And then with Mickey and Nige in midfield, I need someone who can really do the transition with our strikers. Yeah, and Mickey can do that with the passes. Nigel will be right in, getting the ball back for them to, and Joby can drive with the ball and run at pace with it.
Sounds perfect. Yeah, and I think Joby, in the same as yourself. I mean, Joby never really got like a fair. I mean, I think people forget about him as well. He was, as you said, he was part of that time where he brought lots of players in like yourselves and Joby, and he's only just retired, isn't he? Just officially retired recently. So fair play to him. Yeah. So right, okay, Carrick, Reo-Coker, and Joby Makinoff. Right, okie dokie. Let's go into the top three then. Who's your first one?
So from three on the right hand side, I've got Marlon Howard.
Oh, Mazza. Where's Mazza? Where is he? Oh, I love Marlon Howard. Talk about a man who's busy. He's one of the busiest men I ever known. Honestly, he's so busy. Can't even find his bloody. There he is. Yeah, very busy man. But what I love, he's great character. Great character.
Yeah. No, he's a very busy guy. He's always doing something. Doing something. Well, he's got a fantastic company car now. Well, not just cars, but he does just everything. He's playing golf. If he's not playing golf, he's got his skates. But he's always doing something. So, and he was. I got back in touch with him actually when my son at Leeds played against Nottingham Forest. He was their under 13 or under 14 coach. So he was even coaching. So he was involved still as being an ambassador for Sam. So no, very very busy guy.
Yeah, and a great player. I loved it. I loved him. Loved him at West Ham. He was so just one of those really big mobile forwards, and for a more midfield player he'd be great, because you can ping balls around to him and he could hold them up and play off him. But I love Marlon. Right, okay, Marlon's in. Who's next then, Seb?
So I've got Bobby Zamora on left.
Oh, Zamo. Oh, I've got to figure this out. Yeah, let's put Bobby Zamora in. Yeah, let me type that one in rather than find it. Yeah, top man Zamo is in. I love him. I love Zamora. He's
I need his left foot, and honestly, I need a pure finisher.
And he was when he just had a knack. There's certain players. I mean, I remember when we got promoted. There was a period where he wouldn't. I think he was top goal scorer in the Premier League for a few seasons, for like a few games at the beginning when we got promoted. And I don't remember Bobby scoring like a normal goal. It would like deflect off his head or his chest, but he just had a knack. And he had a knack. He'd score wherever he went. He'd score goals, didn't he, man?
Exactly.
Wherever he went.
Pure scorer.
Okay, so we got Harewood, we got Zamora, we got one more spot. Who's it going to be?
This is Brian Dean.
Brian Dean. Oh,
yeah, Brian Dean. Just this is Brian Dean because he's a friend. I like him. Came to my house a few months ago. We live close by. So he's a good friend. He's a good guy. And I need a tower. I need a tower who could get busy with the two centre backs. So Bobby, Joby, and Marlon can get their stuff done.
I love the way there's been a lot of thought with this, Seb. I really appreciate the thought that's gone into this. And I think also someone like Brian Dean as well. Again, he was a really, really important player to us for that period when we were at West Ham. When we were sort of in that league, in the Championship or Division 1 at the top. We was in that league, and it just. We needed someone, as you totally right, like a focal point, someone who's going to mix it up with the defenders a little bit, and just because I think we had quite a. I mean, he was around for a few months. We had quite a young squad, I thought. In terms of our experience. Even like the Wimbledon boys who came in, they weren't particularly experienced. We had Christian Daly, we had people like Thomas Repka and people like that, but it wasn't like loads of experience. I think Brian Dean was really useful for us, a really, really useful player, and definitely helped up.
But it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy to pick because I could have gone with Don Hutchinson. As for Joby McInnes, I could have. Instead of Naj, I could have put Matthew Asherington as well. Well, there's a lot of players I could have put there, but
of course there was some great
players. It's hard to pick.
And I love, but as I said, I love the way there's been a lot of thought. I'm just trying to upload it at the same time. There's been a lot of thought gone into it, my friend, and that's the thing. You're like, it's not just individual players. You're like, right, okay, well, he can play off him, and he can do that, and and there we are. There's the team.
Yeah,
that's
it.
Nice, I like it. And some new names. I don't think John Harley's been picked ever, and we've had over 500, mate. So that's impressive. So I like that, man. That's good.
Oh, nice.
Seb, man,
okay, well, I appreciate it.
I told you I was going to do half an hour. I've done 33 minutes, so I apologise for running over 3 minutes.
It's fine. I've enjoyed it. It's been fun. Thank you for having me again, Russ. Honestly, I'm sorry I had to reschedule so many times, but at last we've done it. And then,
we've done it. It's in the bag, mate, and everyone will enjoy it because I think it's important that whether someone's played once or they've played 799 times. The fact that you've worn the claret and blue, Seb, so you're one of us, man. So that's the main thing, and you always will be, man. Always down in history. So thank you so much, my friend.
No, thank you. It's always as you said, I've only played once, but it's always nice. It's a nice feeling to get remembered. Anyway,
I totally get that, man. I totally get that. And obviously, thanks everyone for watching. For myself and from Seb, take care, everyone. Stay safe. Wash those hands. Get those jab appointments. Come on, you irons, and we'll see you again very, very soon. Take care, everyone. Yes, Seb, that's it.